Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Legends of Arcadia Genesis. Our players cross the bridge into the town of Hearthhome.
Weapons in hand, sweet victory.
Those folks closest to the bridge have seen the battle and make way for you, but you get the distinct impression that most of the town is going to be completely unaware of what's going on and caught off guards by this. Nonetheless, your minions now, your soldiers, run through the town to grab some other people, see if they can convince any of their brethren to engage with the zombies en masse in order to allow you guys to get to the center and fight the creatures there.
As the
guards,
of note, the guards that specifically listen to my song have like all the bonuses of being inspired by me.
Love it.
So if they get into combat real quick, like they get +1 to hit and to their saving throws.
Fantastic. Love it.
And morale bonuses, right?
And morale if they, yeah. But Neal has never used morale that I've seen since Solemn.
This is morale occasionally.
We use, Usually
to determine if something's retreating. It's like you first have to murder half of their friends, and then they'll make a morale check.
The guards move through the town. You guys walk in, and that is when he appears. Lord God Astaire, God of law, order, judgment, shows before you as in his persona of the judge. An older man with salt and pepper hair, wearing very formal robes, stands before you, giving off a bit of a radiance and a holiness. Those folks nearby quickly take a knee and back away from him.
Does he just step into the road from like an alleyway or something? Or like he appears in the street before us?
He appears in the street before you. You're kind of looking, and then your eyes all focus on him, who wasn't really there a moment ago, but you weren't paying attention to that spot when he appeared in it. He looks out at the five of you.
I shield my eyes.
Yes. His radiance is particularly burning and harmful to you. You can kind of it feels like you're out on a really hot summer day and the sun is beating on you. You haven't put on sunscreen. You're about to get sunburned and the sweat just starts to pour down.
I'll just slowly pull down my goat skull over my face.
Yeah. I don't think the light burns the rest of us.
Absolutely not. And Astaire will speak to you. My children, a foul creature has taken over this town. They disrupt our very ways. They must be put to death. I task the five of you with bringing justice and holy vengeance down upon those that would usurp the will of the gods.
I accept this task. Though it might be useful if you could bequeath some artifacts unto your followers to see this job done.
Have you no sense of propriety? These creatures go against the will of the gods, and you play the mercenary?
More the one looking for the tools to see your will done, Lord Astaire.
Greed grips the heart of men. It is no wonder you are creations of Malchus. You cannot help but be who you were designed to be. Very well.
You have a paper to write.
I shall give you access to my notes for your papers.
Oh. Done.
Are they very orderly? They're the nicest notes ever kept.
Yeah.
They're numbered and highlighted ahead of time.
Yeah, labels and
Actually, just your notes.
Actually, I wish I had that impeccable handwriting, but my notes are pretty good, I'm not gonna lie.
All right, I guess you've accepted the quest on behalf of the party.
Yeah, sounds good.
Astaire will walk forward towards you guys, which is in the direction of out of town, and set a hand upon Izuul. resting it on his forehead, even though he's mounted, because the stair in this form is, like 6.5 feet tall. He's a large man. And he steps out, puts a hand on your forehead, and
I think I'm still masked. Does he touch the? He touches the outside of the mask.
He will touch the outside of the mask and the top of your hair and everything, and heal you for 11 points of damage.
Whoa. Sweet. That will heal me to full. What was? I think I was at 6 out of 16. Perfect. So. All right.
He will.
I will nod in gratitude.
He will look at Abaddon. Go ahead. No.
I was gonna say, pay no heed to the scholar's greed. I will do what must be done because I must.
Yes.
And then Abaddon
looks at Abaddon, and you can see the disgust in his eyes. Those of you that are looking at his face, he beholds Abaddon as like a pitiful creature that is like the mud on his boots that he wants to scrape off, but you're not attached to him, you're just in his gaze. You can feel the scorn and derision that comes from him. He turns his nose up at you and walks away.
Sure.
All right. And then he is gone. And the town
I
noises
spit on the floor.
spring back. The peasants get up.
Littering in a stairs utopia. That's a death sentence right there.
Do I see the market around Neal?
No, you're quite a ways away from the center of town, which is where the market would be. You're still very near the bridge. The other peasants get back up, look between themselves, give a shrug, and go back to their activities, talking amongst themselves. Oh, he hasn't come by yet. That was fascinating. I think that one's a stair. Oh, God of law. Order.
Did you not hear his words? His wall shouts to the crowd. This is your very way of life that is threatened. Will you not rise up and fight back? It is time to choose a side, life or death.
Excuse me, Mr. Masked Man. I'm pretty sure I heard him say that we can't help who we are. So if I don't want to do it, that's just who I am. God told me I didn't have to do it.
Hit a full. And his will ride on, lance towards the sky, towards the center of town.
Any other actions or reactions?
I mean, I'll take a step back from the front. Assuming caster positioning.
Yeah. I do have a Cure Light Wounds in my pocket, so...
Oh, well,
if you die, Martha will have mercy.
Oh, thanks.
Okay. You guys can make your way towards the center of town. And as you get close to it, you will be interrupted by a couple of the locals who will go, "Psst, no, don't go there. It's filled with zombies. Stay away."
Coward! Flee back to your hole.
Down they go. When you get to the market area, sure enough, there are like 20 zombies or so laying about. I will give you a view as soon as I copy a zombie 20 times.
If you had to estimate, how many hit die would you say a zombie has?
4.5.
Are you going to do that for the purpose of turn undead? Are they going to turn as zombies, or are they going to turn as 4.5 hit die creatures?
They'll turn as zombies.
Okay. So they'll be easy to turn despite their chonky hit dice.
Yes. Yes. Because we discussed this during the break a little bit, but their hit dice are sort of weird. They have one set of hit dice for their head and another set of hit dice for the rest of their body. So we're going to just use the lowest level hit die for them, which would make them 1.5 hit die creatures. So. And roll mass hit dice. Love it.
Uh-oh.
John's dying.
The gods got Manfred and Kale confused, and now Kale is phasing in and out of existence. Can Can I have my horsey back?
Yes, you may have your horsey back.
I should probably name this horsey or describe it. I guess I was sort of waiting to see if it would survive or if I would get to keep it.
Well, it'll die the moment you give it a name, so...
Avoid for now.
And you should be able to control the source.
Is there a way to, like, link my tokens together?
Yes. Yes, there is.
Or, like,
I can group them, but then you're going to have to click and then move. If
God, what have you done?
Click and drag while they're grouped, then it doesn't move them both. Like, you need one select to select both of them, and then you can drag. Oh my God, it's not working.
Don't worry about it. I can move them independently.
Cool. So this is what you would see if you get to... Oh, except for the 2 ogre guards at the front. I forgot to add the ogre guards. There are also the 2 big, meaty ogres at the gate. And the other guards haven't arrived yet. But in theory, they should be coming soon.
So we approach the town square, and I will look to Raekwon. Say, I guess the brave defenders of the city are nowhere to be seen.
Unfortunate, yes.
Very well then. Pausing a moment to give the rest of the party a time to strategize, and if no one speaks up, Izuul will raise their lance to the sky and charge into the town square.
So, real quick though, Ryan, what you should do is like run around on the horse, group them all up, and then turn undead the whole lot.
I think turn undead will still affect the whole lot. Like, I think
really?
I can, yeah. So I'm gonna charge into the center of town and turn undead.
Okay. I suppose let's do that then.
I might as well make a charge attack against that front one and then turn undead the second round. I think will be my plan.
Okay. Izuul is going to charge on in on his horse. These zombies seem to be chill in this center zone, just kind of lounging around in the daylight, heads down, moving slowly.
Where's the sun?
The sun, it's the middle of summer, and we're probably at the middle of the day, so it's near its zenith, shining down on you.
Yep, shining down over Izuul. So we get a shot from the zombie's perspective, seeing the sun forming a halo, perhaps shimmering wings over Izuul's head.
Give me a roll to hit against your zombie as you charge in on horseback.
Sure. This is like an ambush round or something.
Yeah, the zombie's gonna go slower than you in initiative for sure. So I think you can charge in and hit it with a lance.
That's right.
before it can
Zombies
do
always
much.
go last or something like that.
Yeah, I'm playing. This time I'm just adding 10 to their initiative speed just to give them some variability.
Barely. Good thing I charged.
Yeah, another +1 for being mounted, so you will skewer it for 10 points of damage. It does not actually kill the zombie, but your horse gets to make an overrun.
Oh,
Zombie
that's right.
will roll a 15 on its save, which is a failure. It will get knocked down. The horse will do D3 damage to it.
Does it just do D3 or does it make an attack roll?
I think the paralyzation check... I don't remember, dude. Make the attack roll. How are you going to roll less than a 6?
RD20 plus 4. Charges plus 2 to hit, right? It's 5.
Yep.
Yeah.
13. 2 points of damage.
There we go. You trample the zombie underneath your horse's hooves and make your way where? Downtown?
Maybe the zombie gets an attack of opportunity. Well, I guess it was overrun, so maybe it doesn't get... It should get an opportunity attack against the horse.
I think... I
As
don't know why I can't find the overrun rules.
it does get an OA.
Okay.
Especially since I ride past it. I think into the center of the town square, maybe up onto this pedestal,
Yes.
wherever my horse can get the highest.
Ooh, natural
Can you take
1 on the
opportunity
zombies.
attacks when you're prone?
The overrun
it
does
gets-
intentionally provoke the OA.
Yeah, it gets the OA as it approaches. and
So I
then
think the
knocks it
zombie grabs a hold of your horse's leg as it gets knocked over, and then the horse's trample snaps off the zombie's arm, and so it's just a hand gripping your horse's leg as your horse charges in through these abandoned tents in the middle of town. And then you shine. Well, you will shine next round with some divine light as you attempt to turn undead. What is the rest of the party doing while Izul is bursting in there on horseback?
Are we having a free round here? Is that what's happening?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
Rayquan
this is a.
really wants to get to use his fancy new sword, and he sees a prone zombie, and so he's gonna run up and christen his sword with zombie blood.
Let's see it.
Yes. The 15.
You will wreck the
Do 6
zombie.
damage.
It's prone, so that's a crit, right?
That's a 19 against AC 6. So roll me an extra D8 worth of damage.
Whoa.
Oh, what?
Damage.
14 damage. You decapitate the zombie, split it into pieces. It is wrecked.
Always knew I'd be good at this.
I cast Aid
Upon?
myself.
Excellent. You are aided. Nyx.
I think Nyx extends a hand, and I take it there are stairs going like down from this,
Yes.
and there's like a door or something there. So
Yes.
I think you can hear a door open from that size as she extends a hand with this card in her hand. You can't see it, but you can hear it. That there's a door opening.
Yeah.
And that's what she does. So I cast Audible Glamour this round.
And the sound is of doors opening. This
For now.
door in particular opening.
Yeah.
Okay.
Neal, the cameras are all messed up.
They get messed up.
Sean disconnected.
I reconnected though.
He pulled a
so
man,
I
Fred.
should be good now.
Yes. Yes. We just need to
I think
move
I'm good now. Can you hear me?
here. Yes,
Yeah, you're
we can.
good.
We can
but
hear you.
Okay.
Nope.
You just messed up the cameras.
There we go.
It is. Yeah. It's what I'm best at.
Love it. Okay. Nyx has made the audible glamour. Rayquan has fucked up a zombie. Abaddon's casted aid. Kale, what are you doing?
Well, man, that's a lot of zombies. I think I might try and. You mentioned we can target the heads of zombies to do more damage, right? But they have AC 12 if you do that.
Yes.
I might try to do that here and just try and sling bullet one of these back row zombies back
Go
here.
for
it. No, I don't hit.
Whoosh. The sling goes high, cracks into the stone of the keep itself. And now we would roll initiative, but the turn undead is going to go off before initiative resolve.
No, my surprise round was the charge. I think turn undead is this first round of combat, right?
Right.
Unless you're being very generous.
No, I'm not being generous, but I think you're
And
still
I think
going
turn
to.
undead does it have a initiative or is it a full round action?
Attempting to turn counts as an action requiring 1 round and occurring during the character's turn in initiative order.
Okay, so I roll as at 3 or something?
Yeah. That's an innate ability. And zombies will roll initiative as well.
Oh shit, I did not select my token because I'm a dum-dum. I'm sorry.
Well, good that
Yikes.
you know.
How's one of these get a 4 Neal if they get a +10?
Because I put
Don't
01
zombies just go
instead
last
of
in initiative?
10 in their initiative modifier. I've been playing with giving them initiative 10 just so that to give them some variability, but last is a lot easier to manage when you have 30 zombies. A 9 would be a 13, and plus another 9 would be a 14 to this guy. Okay. I think they're all going to go last anyway. No, that's not true. Kale goes in there somewhere. Okay. Rayquan, you are the first one to go.
I have a tied initiative with this wall.
Yeah, should we just resolve
how
the
does
turn
that
undead?
Turn undead play.
Neal, can you add me to the initiative tracker, please?
Yes.
Thank you.
There you go.
We can just resolve the turn undead first if we want.
Sure.
It'd probably be easier for Rayquan to decide when we figure out which ones or if any get turned.
Yeah.
Oh, so close to failing, but I do it.
Wow, good job.
Um,
7?
So 7 is the zombies for a level 3 priest.
Perfect.
So I think the zombies all turn their heads as this angel descends upon them. Radiant light glittering, and I think I rolled 2d6.
Yeah, it's 2d6.
Is Abaddon turned?
Yeah, 7. So 7 are turned.
Your light will shine out, and the closest 7 are gonna be this one. No, we'll do wings. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
Neal, this one.
7. There we go. Those 7 will shy away as Izuul just exudes the blinding light of a stare. Abaddon, you will feel uncomfortable in this light shining off of him. Not enough to make you flee. That's not going to cause any in-game mechanical effects at this
he's
moment.
not a cleric
but
of a stare, is he?
he's a generalist cleric.
Okay.
But right now, he's just been given a divine quest by the god of order and is shining with his radiance, and you can feel, the antithesis of Malchus coursing through you. This pure, righteous, right way of doing things, which is exactly the opposite of the werewolf in you that you've so recently come to learn and love.
Yeah.
Raekwon.
All right. I want to make a flashy kill and shout. There's probably people inside these homes, right?
You just heard a door open.
Yeah, I heard a door open. So I give a big sweeping run over here and theatrically attack specifically the head of the turned zombie.
Excellent.
I'm hoping that maybe I get some bonuses to negate the called shot there because he's turned. And as I'm doing so, I make an effort to be as grand and theatrical as possible as I shout to the people inside the buildings to take up arms. Your day of liberation is upon you. Seize the means of zombie destruction.
And you will make your attack roll.
Yes.
That one is turned. I don't know if you can tell.
Well, I intentionally went after the turned one, right? To get the. I'm attacking his head. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't think I
roll
hit
some
it.
dice.
Yeah.
So head AC is 12. You might be able to get a 1 for flanking or something in here, but I'll still think that that's not going to quite do it. Your sword comes up, clips a hand of the zombie, severing some fingers, laying him on the ground, but otherwise the zombie seems unharmed by it. Abby.
I cast Strength of Stone.
Oh, aid. Strength of Stone. Excellent. Keep the buffs coming.
Yeah. All right.
Excellent.
Can I move after I cast?
Yeah.
What's this blue 2? How did you do that?
When you hover over something, the blue mark or something, just push a keyboard button. You can change the... So the blue was 2 strength, just as a reminder.
Well, maybe we should add the duration instead. So the red one is aid. That's got 5 rounds left. And the Strength of Stone has 7 rounds left.
Okay. So you can just... When you click the little roundy button that brings up the menu select, you should be able to just hover over one of those and push a button, and it should change the numbers.
Okay, cool.
Give it a shot now,
I
just to
guess-
make sure it works.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Perfect.
I'll go up and guess. Yeah, you know what? I'll just come to here.
Okay. Great.
Wait, no, fuck it. I'll go to the center.
All right, you push on in towards the center,
sorry,
towards
Neal.
the Holy Radiance.
This is the market, right?
Yeah.
I'll
Berries.
grab some berries.
I think I see some berries over here.
You will find that the market has no food left in it. It seems to have been abandoned. Despite the assets showing a barrel of apples, there are no things to be found here. This place just stinks of dead. Right. This zombie will begin to back out under the divine light.
I think if they're controlled, there may be some interplay here. Like free undead flee. Undead bound by the orders of another simply retreat and allow the characters and those with him to pass or complete their actions.
Okay. So then they will retreat to
like-
the bounds of the area that they've been told to guard. So that one will back off. This one will shuffle in between these tents and come after Abaddon, reaching out.
Opportunity attack with my reach weapon.
There you go.
Nice.
With
Aim for the head.
+1 for high ground.
For horseback, yes.
High ground. Right?
Sure. You get 1 for being mounted, which I think is the same one
It's
from
same,
high
same.
ground. But yeah.
Oh. I should have probably called the called shot, but next time.
What are
is
these
that
fucking rolls?
It's fucking amazing
I'm the
rolls.
angel of death.
Yeah, well, rolls.
Triple damage, right?
Yeah, 3d4. Well, 64.
Should have gone for the head.
Minus 15 is exactly this zombie's HP, and it will crumble as it reaches you.
Nice work.
Next one will walk on in, and I guess you get
how many
a
opportunity attacks?
Are you a fighter?
I'm a fighter, level
Then
3.
you get 3 plus
One
1
for
fifth
5
your level.
levels?
Yeah,
Okay.
and that'll
Barely.
hit.
5 points of damage.
Not enough to kill. It'll come on in and reach for Abaddon, striking at you with a 15 plus 15 plus 2 is a 17.
Can we think of a -1, Neal?
No?
Okay.
Battle fate. Roll your battle fate. Does that do anything?
He hasn't
Only if
cast
I hit
Battle Fate
them.
yet.
Oh.
Yeah.
Your aid doesn't give you any AC bonuses, does it?
Oh, I don't think so. It's just
Hit bonuses and saving throws.
saves, Yeah.
Okay. So you will take 3 and 4 is 7 damage as the zombie reaches out to you, smashes you on one side of your head as you go to fight him back. He reaches, grabs hold of your shield arm, bites the crook of your elbow, sinking his teeth deep, kind of like pushing the chainmail, I guess, more into your flesh than actually hitting you with his teeth. This zombie is going to retreat to the edge of the bounds. This one's going to retreat to the edge. This one retreats to the edge, and this one shuffles in towards you, Ryan.
Attack of opportunity.
Yep.
This time I'll aim for the head.
Okay. That will crit the head even,
Kill-
and will
kill the
crush
zombie.
another zombie.
I
Jesus
lower
Christ.
the lance and it just right through his face.
Okay. Well then, Kale.
You know what? Right now, I'm just gonna keep trying to sling bullet these big guys back here, because if we can deal with one of those before it becomes an issue, that'd be great.
Forgot.
That is gonna
Wait, we missed this.
Yeah.
We'll bring her back in. That is definitely gonna hit.
I'm
you
hitting
said
this
you're
one. I targeted the head here, so
Yep.
Is
that's
that a
not
crit?
crit.
That clears by 5 even versus the
That
head,
clears by
right?
It
5,
does,
so
yeah. We're gonna have to
2d6.
maybe move you so
Oh,
the
sure,
tents
yeah,
aren't
that's
in
fine.
way, but that's fine. Yeah.
No problem.
That will crit the head of that zombie. The zombie ogre.
For 6 points of damage.
Oh, so close.
Zombie ogres have 10 points of HP on their head. I guess they're about to find out.
12. Yeah, I just updated it to 12 a little while ago. Because they got twice the HP of the smaller zombies, so they should have twice the head HP as well. Anyway, it crushes the head. The skull caves in partway. The zombies, like one arm goes limp, the other arm still has a club in hand, but they are holding that door. Nyx.
What happens if I change my mind and want to do a different spell? Does my old one fizzle?
Yes, you
Or
are
do I just
bound.
go
The spell that
last?
you start casting must continue to be cast, or you can stop it and fizzle it and then change your action.
Okay, but I can't cast another spell instead of it, right?
Correct.
Oh, I'll let it fizzle and I'll walk up 30 feet.
Wonderful.
You can probably attack at the end of the round, maybe like half attack rate.
Oops.
Yeah,
Get on your horse.
Get on your horses and ride.
Were you
wait, I
wanting
guess
to
there's
make an
one
attack?
standing right here, yeah?
Yeah.
Let me see how close I am. I actually need to...
Go like behind this barrel or something. I think those
Yeah, I guess I
tents
can
are
hide-
cover or
I'll
concealment.
hide behind these, I guess. That works.
Yeah, that's fine.
And then one. I guess I can throw one dagger at this one.
Mm-hmm.
+1 for flanking.
Yeah, I'll give you 1 for flanking.
Doesn't matter. It's a hit. Right?
Yeah,
Not a crit.
14, 15, same in this situation. You will do 6 points of damage. I didn't hear a called shot head in that one, did I?
We'll shout out to aim for the head.
Do you insta-kill him if you hit the head?
They have like 10 HP on their head or 40 HP on their body or something along those lines.
Yep. There's some more zombies going. I'm just setting up some other shenanigans for us. Nyx is taking her turn. This zombie will shuffle in this way and come towards Raekwon, and will try to infect you with his bite. With a natural 19, modified 23.
Yeah, that
Single crits, I believe.
a single crits.
Yeah.
Just barely.
1 + 1 + 4 is 6.
All right.
The zombie will smash your face and then bite your chest, sinking his teeth right above your breast, ripping out a chunk of chest muscle. And then this one will come over here and swing at Nyx with a natural 20, modified 24.
It's good.
I'm
Just
getting cover from the barrows, right?
Sure. Natural 20, modified 22. That still clears
that's
by 11, though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. 3d4 + 3.
So just be grateful that it's not the ogre zombies getting these crits. Let's use up these good dice rolls on the minions. Do you not have armor cast or something?
2, 4, 5, and 4 is 9 points of damage as the zombie grabs you by the skull on your head, pushes it back off, and goes for a bite on your neck, sinking its teeth into your clavicle. And the big zombie will stay back. This one will shuffle in over here towards Raekwon with a 7 to hit.
7 to hit does not hit.
Woo!
Nice.
Oh, this one will come over towards Kale and grapple at Kale with a modified 19.
That hits.
Yeah, sinking its teeth into you for 8 points of damage.
Okay.
This one will fall back to the edge of its ability, as will this one. The other guy stays. Oh, so many zombies. 2, 3, 4. This one will
Take care of
retreat
that
on
problem
his
for you.
turn.
So
Yeah.
when that guy leaves my threatened range, I get an attack of opportunity, right?
Yes, you do.
Excellent. I'm aiming for his head. I want him dead.
From the back, right? +2.
+2.
Mm-hmm.
So this will be a 20.
That-
Modified -4 is 16 to his head.
You
Well,
crit.
yeah.
This, no, you hit the head.
It hits the head.
Wait. Just to be clear, do you have to take the -4?
No,
Neal
I-
includes the AC. He's got
Yeah.
the AC calculated for the head.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Well, then it's an 18 to hit his head.
18 versus 12 AC is a hit, not a crit.
20 versus its head, right?
20 versus 12 is a hit and a crit because
Right,
it's
back
natural
attack.
18. Woo!
Yeah, it's a
That's
crit.
complicated.
An
it's
18
an
would have crit, right?
Why am I not taking penalties to called shot?
So
You
rather
are.
than saying you're taking penalty to called shot, I just increased
You're
the
just
AC
giving
of the
it more
head.
AC.
Yeah, it's
Okay,
like
so +2 for back attack 20
Yeah.
to the new AC. Okay.
yeah,
Yeah.
same
It's a
thing.
crit
Yeah.
then.
It is a
So
crit,
single crit.
it is 6 total damage.
which is
to his
exactly
head.
the amount you needed to crush its skull, and the zombie dies before it gets that far.
Excellent.
And the rest of them are going to move. This guy's got to come down off this thing. Come on, way over here. I don't know if that's a lot of feet for a zombie to move and around. Yeah, so that zombie can move there but not make any attacks. This one will shuffle on in and try and bite your horse, Azul.
Attack opportunity.
I don't have any more.
He is out. There's not 2 zombies here. No, okay, cool. And it will bite your horse with a 16.
I think that hits.
And your horse will take 6 points of damage. Roll me 3d8 for your horse HP.
Schrodinger's horse. It has infinite HP until it gets bit.
Mm-hmm.
17, not bad.
Nice.
All right, it'll take
animal
6.
HP,
It's not
17.
a war horse, so give me a horseback riding check to maintain control of the mount.
Oh, come on.
Ooh, yeah, this
Natural
horse
3.
is ready to run. It's surrounded by the undead. It is going to panic and bulk and try to get the fuck out of here. So give me a horseback riding to remain mounted as it whinnies, reins back, and
Where does it try to go?
I guess it's going to try to trample through the tent because it's just cloth and stick.
Which way?
something.
Straight ahead or just like
To the
escape?
right. Yeah, it's going
Okay.
to the right. It doesn't really provoke from the zombie, I don't think. And runs over here, is freaking out in this corner, running in circles, whinnying, raining, kicking, generally being unmanageable. This zombie will come on over towards
How much
Kale.
damage did you say the horse took?
6.
How much movement does a zombie have in 2E? They walk an
60
awful lot in
Movement
this
6, I
edition.
think.
Move rate
they-
6. 60 feet? Actually, I guess this guy's back here then. Yeah.
They can
say.
move double that if they don't attack. Right?
60
no,
feet,
it's a full
they
move.
can move 30 and attack.
Yeah, 30 in attack or 60 total. This one will come on in over
Or they
here.
can or they can move in yards and take AC penalties. Is that usually
No,
how it
they're
works?
zombies. They don't get to run or jog or
we,
move
we
faster.
can do yards and take AC penalties, right?
Right. But the zombies just shuffle walk. Another one will come to Raekwon with a 6 and... was it 2 to hit or 4 to hit? 6 and 2 is 8. And I think that's all the zombies.
Higgins,
Excellent.
Are they standing
Zombies
guard?
have eyes, right?
They do have eyes. Well, some of them have eyes. Some of them, their eyes are like hanging out. Maybe some of them even have like eyes completely rotted out. It doesn't appear that their eyes are the source of their perception.
Okay.
And we will roll initiative.
Neal, can I ask a question real quick?
Yes.
Fighting withdrawal, how much initiative is that?
3?
3?
And you do eat an away if you cast a spell melee range in 2E, is that right?
No.
Or can you cast in melee
It just
range?
interrupts the spell if you get hit.
Yeah, so if they would hit you while you're casting, which is kind of unlikely because most spells have really fast cast times, you would lose the spell.
But no,
But it-
no away automatically.
If you're doing one of the fast ones, I think you're basically guaranteed to get it off because zombies have +10 to their initiative.
Yeah.
Neal, I was wondering, since we're running zombies as having 2 separate hit locations, can you target their head with spells?
Depends on the spell, probably.
I suppose.
Magic missile, right?
Yeah, I think with magic missile you could target heads.
Okay. That's more likely to get me a kill here, so I need to do that because I can't have 2 zombies in melee. It's gonna get me
Yeah.
killed.
2
I need
questions,
wizard.
Neal.
Yeah.
One, am I to think that you don't take attacks of opportunities by retreating from zombies?
I don't know why you would think that.
Because Israel just didn't take any when he retreated on his horse.
It's pretty good judgment there.
Second, what's the initiative to shift form? And since the zombies have extra HP because they're like meaty, but in terms of the ability to hit immunity, would they still count as 1 hit die?
I understand. I want you to explore it. I don't want to give you the answers ahead of time. These are great questions, but I want you to come up with the answers.
So what's the initiative to shift then?
3, innate ability.
I do want to point out that in the last episode, when the enemy werewolf tried to shift, we all argued that it should be a round action.
Yes.
So, like, that's going to be the thing you do for this round, right?
Yes. But I think we're saying it occurs on his turn or something, but it's all he does or something like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
But if he shifts before the zombies, we're going to give him the defenses of his new form.
Okay. Chill.
I don't know. I don't remember. Maybe we tried to make it a full round action before, but lawyer's going to lawyer.
Did everyone roll initiative? I think so. Kale is first. 2, 3.
All right, I'm gonna blast.
No, I
this
just
zombie
didn't put
right
in
here.
mine. Sorry, I'm actually. We're both. No, we're the same. You can go and I'll go after.
Okay, sounds good. I'm just gonna blast the zombie with double magic missile right here. It's gonna
Excellent.
take 10 points of damage in the face.
Which one of the two in front of you?
The one right in front of me.
Excellent. The zombie is gone.
Yep, total waffle. And then I just have to hopefully not die to the next one.
All right, Nyx.
Yeah. How far can I move with a fighting withdrawal?
1/3 your max movement. So instead of 120 yards, it's 40 yards, which is 120 feet, which is a regular move. Is that
It's
right?
40. It's 40 feet. You move in feet in combat.
Okay, 40 feet. Thank you.
You can move 40 yards and take like an AC penalty or something.
Right, but if
I
you're
think if
withdrawing, I think you just move in feet.
Like in combat, you move in feet. That's where
Yes.
you're like just all combat is measured in feet.
Yes.
Your overland movement is in yards.
Sort of. But
Yeah,
like,
there's dumb side rules about it because they justify the feet-based movement as being like everybody's
You're moving
shuffling
cautiously
around in combat. Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's a line somewhere like if you
Really, like it's because AD&D is held together with duct tape, and if you start to look too close, it doesn't hold together too well.
That's very true. The two of you go, which is when you begin to hear the sound of the soldiers who are arriving from the right side of the map. If you will turn your attention over here.
Will those count as my companions, and the zombies will part ways and cower?
Maybe, but the guards have no interest in avoiding the zombies and every interest in assaulting the zombies. And they're coming up from behind them because zombies are holding this territory. Guard will come up and skewer a zombie through its core. Damage is not going to be great because they're not really sure where to be targeting right now. And Raekwon will go.
Okay. I'm kind of surrounded here, so I'm gonna make a fighting withdrawal, and I'm gonna move back here,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm gonna try to hold my ground to like prevent more surrounding. Right? I'd like to use this as kind of like a choke if possible. That's my goal.
Okay. They will succeed in killing one zombie. You retreat to a good choking spot. Not a problem. Guards. Abaddon.
I turn into a wolf.
You are werewolf. Your armor, your shield, your weapon, they all stay. And you feel comfortable that these guys won't be able to get through your immunity.
Well,
Right?
hope so.
Yeah. Okay. Any other player characters to go?
I'm casting a spell. I might have rolled initiative before you started the next round or something.
Okay. Go ahead and cast your spell.
I'm at 13, so you can resolve.
That's good.
You go.
I've already resolved all the guards as much as they can because they're moving in a formation.
All right. Do I need to roll to regain control of the horse, or was that success last round enough to regain it?
That success was to say seated. I think you will need to re-roll again to gain control because the horse is going wild.
All right, let's see. Oh no. Can I just like ditch the horse?
Yeah, you can just leave it while it's freaking out.
I need my Gandalf moment, Neal.
Well, get a war horse then. Get Shadowfax.
They don't exist.
That's because you haven't looked for them. You haven't even tried. You just
All right, so
assumed.
what is the horse doing? Is it
The
just,
horse
like,
is like trying to get away from everything, but it's caught in this corner, and it's like, a one-man stampede where it's kicking, it's bucking, it's like trying to get out of here, but there's walls and everywhere else is zombie
spell
flesh.
off, or do I need to like dismount and?
No,
cast
you're gonna
my
need to
spell?
dismount. Yeah, you can't
Stupid
cast on a
horse.
riding horse. I know.
All right, I dismount, raise a hand to the sun, and unsheath a sword of flame from the sky, and walk this away. I was hoping to have a Gandalf moment and lead our reinforcements into battle, but it seems like my stupid horse got stuck in a corner, and so here I am.
Right. The other zombies are moving in because I think all the players have taken their turns. So I'm just gonna move all the zombies like this. Abaddon, there are 3 zombies on you. The first rolls a 10, the second rolls a 12, third rolls a 22. Natural 20.
Which one is the third? Which one is the third?
This one on the upper right.
None of them hurt him though, right?
That's without shield, so my AC there would be. Wait, how do I find this out? My shield gives 3 AC, so that would be 14 AC. Plus 1 if he's got a flank.
He does not have a flank. So the 22 versus 14 is definitely a crit. The zombie would have done 3 and 4 is 7 damage to you.
Is this after Abaddon has transformed into a wolf?
Yes.
Oh, werewolf, not wolf.
Here's one of my problems that I run a lot of rules and I forget which ones we used. When we fought the werewolves last time, were they just immune to non-silver attacks, or did those attacks deal damage and then just regenerate quickly? Because
we don't know because all of us use silver and magic.
Yes.
Excellent.
The book says
by
that
by the rules, they heal basically instantaneously,
Yeah.
meaning that it is effectively non-damaging.
Right. And we can run with that. It's just in the past, sometimes I've played with werewolves that regenerate 5 HP per round unless
So you can,
they
like,
take
knock
silver
him out
damage.
Okay.
Yeah, so that in theory, like, you could hack one's head off with a sword if you rolled really, really high, but it would, heal or something. But since we haven't run into those, let's just do normal interpretations. The zombie latches onto you, bites deep into your arm, rips out some flesh, and the flesh is still there, and you seem fine.
So, question though: wounds that have been done to me by non-magical weapons in human form, do they now heal in
Nope.
werewolf form?
Absolutely not.
Okay. You sure? You can do it if you want. I don't mind.
That's pretty sweet.
Such a nice guy.
Yeah. Okay. You can infinitely tank zombies because you're immune to their attacks, it seems. Down here, we've got one coming on Kale with a 18 and 2 is 20.
That's a hit.
Does it clear by 10? Is it a double crit?
Actually, yeah, it
Hold
does.
on,
Yeah, it's a double
wait,
crit.
which
I think I'm
one?
gonna go down.
Which
This
one is
one.
it, Neal? Okay.
Yeah, I think that's probably gonna drop me. That is a double crit. 'Cause if it's natural 18, yeah, it just crit.
You only have 10 AC. No,
I think. Yep. Good old.
no armor, no
good old
Did you
dex.
crit.
have anything here, Nix?
No,
Okay.
despair. Plenty of that one.
What was your action this round? You weren't like parrying or anything.
I magic missile and made
Oh,
a
yeah.
waffle out of a zombie. Yeah.
Okay, so we have 13 points of damage.
Okay.
And
I am dying,
you
but not quite
are
dead.
dying. Yes, this zombie will then just like move into your square and will proceed to feast on you next round. The one before Nyx will swipe at Nyx with a 7. The one beside Nyx will swipe at Nyx with an 8. And the 2 against Raekwon will roll a 13 and a 4.
Neither of those hit.
All right, keeping them at bay with your weapons. This is the last zombie to go here against our buddy Izuul. He will swipe at you with a 6 to hit, but no damage. And that is the end of that round. Any second attacks? Any other actions? Nope. All right, let's do it. I see now the strong advantage of having all the zombies go last. So we're just going to move to zombies going last because this is too many initiatives to keep track of.
I mean, it's fun if you're dealing with a small number of zombies.
Yes.
To do it with 10, but it's
Yes.
tedious here.
It's
Question. Flameblade says that it fights as a scimitar, but it is made out of flame. Should it have initiative of a scimitar, or should it have initiative of like 1 for being insubstantial?
it's insubstantial. I would say initiative 0.
Okay.
Initiative, whatever your fists are.
Those are 3, right?
There you go.
Fists are slower than a dagger for some
That's
reason.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's Counter-Strike.
makes sense.
So my initiative should be 9, not 11.
Okay.
Initiative for natural weapons is 3.
Is the zombie who's no longer alive and a zombie, and the now bleeding out and dying corpse, we'll say, of Kale count as objects?
Yeah, totally.
All right.
I mean, I guess depends on what the context is, but sure.
So, actual question is Kale at negatives or is he at 0?
Yes, I'm in the negatives.
Okay.
Deep negatives.
Does anyone else have first aid?
I do.
Okay, but you're just gonna eat these zombies.
Yeah.
Okay. I would like to.
You would like to?
I think I should heal Kale instead of fighting.
Can you reorder the initiative, Neal? I should be
Yes.
after Nyx.
Go.
But I guess it doesn't matter if I res him this round or next round unless the zombie eats out his. heart
Neal
in the
specifically
interim.
said that the zombie is like moving over to start feasting on me.
Yeah, he's
so like
gonna
that's what you
feast
see.
it.
You see a zombie like
So
starting
can
to
I re-roll
claw.
with a cure spell without taking penalties at this point, or since I've already seen initiative rolls? What are we thinking?
Are we doing spells must be cast before movement?
Seems stupid.
Casters, have we been using that rule? I can't
What's
remember
that?
which rule. I can't remember which rules we've been
we
using
have
for this
been
campaign.
using. You're not allowed to move and then cast.
Right. Okay.
That's
So
what
we're
we've been
using
using.
2E.
Okay, so I can't even
raw.
cast a spell.
No.
Nope.
Okay.
I think the only thing you could do for me is like tackle the zombie or something.
I mean, I could first aid you. I could run over and bind your wounds, but I think I will. Okay, so I'll keep my action and heal next round.
Excellent. Kale, go. Kale and Nyx. Nyx, take your turn.
Okay, Neal, where's the door behind me? Because there has to be a door in this place, right? Is there a door in
Yes.
like, that leads inside?
Yes. Let me bring
is
us
it here? Or
to-
there's. Okay, you've got an interior.
I've got an interior view.
it's
And
around the
apparently,
corner.
there's not even a door. It's just an open, tented. That's just an
Nice,
awning.
okay.
It's
I
right
wanna
there,
try
though,
to-
right?
To walk
Yeah.
over, grab Kale, and pull him down the stairs. Or up the stairs. I don't know which direction those stairs are going. Is it
Those
upstairs?
stairs go this direction. This is up from the south.
Okay, I'll try to grab him. I'll try to pull him up the stairs away from the zombie.
All right, you can move over here. You can grab Nyx. You are not provoking attacks of opportunity in this open area from these zombies because they're pretty slow and you can easily just step away from them. And you can grab Kale, drag him. What's your strength, Nyx?
10, I'm
11. Kale
11.
weighs
Let me get
200.
He does have his
200
backpack on.
200
He does have his
pounds
backpack on, right?
all told.
I'm about 200 pounds, yeah.
Yeah.
Something like that.
So I think you can drag him and begin to like haul him up the stairs and at least get him part way up. Abaddon?
I don't think I can make a check for that. It's just my entire action, right?
Yep.
All right. Seeing that the zombies can't hurt me. Sorry,
Wait,
Ryan,
did
go
she?
ahead.
Sorry, did you use a withdrawal action? Because you could make an int check to bind wounds if you didn't,
She did not.
right?
Did
Right.
not, yeah, so technically could do that.
But I think the,
I mean, I
the
just asked, and he
bind.
said that's my entire turn, right?
I think the bind would preclude dragging him away.
Okay. All right. Cool.
Abaddon.
All right. Seeing that these things can't hurt me, I turn around and I run. I sheath my flail, and I bound to here, right, and then leap off the edge of the step onto the back of the zombie and try and bite its head.
Give me a roll to hit.
I will give you a roll to hit. Can I have? I petition you for back attack and high ground.
I will give you back attack.
Okay, I will agree to this.
But if you climb on its back, what if you go piggyback onto the zombie and then attack?
Fucking high ground bonus is the worst bonus.
Stop giving it to your NPCs for jumping off a cliff then.
Definitely took full advantage of that in Demon's Run.
Pancake.
I think I lawyered a charge bonus for leaping off of a cliff on top of a monster. Charge
That
plus.
seems
high
like it
ground.
would be a charge. I
Yeah.
get that.
Yeah.
22.
Oh, you smash into the zombie. I didn't
crit?
hear a called shot head, so you do crit. You clear
No,
by
whoa, no,
16.
I said I jump and bite its head.
Oh, okay. Well, then you do hit. You do hit the head.
crit
You
though,
crit.
right?
You
It's
clear by
12
10.
AC, no?
Yes.
Yeah. 44 plus 2. 14 damage.
Bite off its
That
head.
is a lot. I don't know. I think you like land on it and shove its head down and crack the head on the ground and then sink your teeth in and start ripping out bones and then start chewing on the rotting brain of the zombie. The creature falls before you, dead forever.
All right, I'm on top of it.
Raekwon.
All right. Well, I can't see my friend, the professor, anymore to try to get him out of danger. So I'm gonna try to get myself out of danger. I point at the feet of the two zombies in front of me. There's clearly a gap between them. I'm gonna do this one right in front of me and this one to the right. I'm gonna point at them, and I utter some strange incantation and cast Separate. And by pointing at the gap between them and commanding them to separate, I cause a pulse of force, pushing them 5 feet away from each other. And I have a clear line of sight, and they're within 5 feet. So they go blasting, one to the right and one to the left. I'm hoping that these two just like tumble into each other and have all kinds of bad times from this blast of force.
Absolutely. Roll me a death saving throw, or a saving throw versus spell for the zombies to see if they get knocked over.
Okay.
You want
That's a sweet
low
spell.
for them to fail.
Neal, did you invent this or did Greg?
I did.
This is a cool, like,
That is a 13
Is it in the
that they
sphere of
rolled.
dimension?
It's a wizard spell.
Dimensionalist spell.
I don't know. Oh, I don't know. 13 is a failure. Both of these zombies will go tumbling down.
Hey.
It could be in the sphere of dimension. I don't know. Izuwol, it is your turn.
Too metagamey to ask how Kale's doing.
You're fighting zombies. You look back. You see him being dragged away.
All right. I will look over and call out to the soldiers. We'll say, "Warriors of light, charge!" and raise my flaming sword above my head, attempting to rally the guards to our aid. I get my attack against the head of the zombie. Oh God, it's bad. It's brutal.
Oh my God.
And it's an additional +2 per die roll.
It's
on top
dead.
of that.
You kill it. Your
on
holy
fire.
flaming sword,
It's
angel
dead,
of
right?
death, murders it.
And do I feel Kale's call? Could I roll like a first aid check to have like saw him leaving the battlefield and gauge the urgency of the situation? You know what? No, I walk
you
over to
saw me go down, right? You know that I'm actively bleeding to death.
Yes. Did you have movement? Did you want to go back to the rest of the party?
Yeah, I don't know how to make my decisions here. I'm so you're scoffing because I'm supposed to save him. Is that what you're telling me?
I'm just scoffing that you can't make your decisions.
I think I'm gonna go and try to regain control of my horse.
Okay.
And hope that our wizard has enough intelligence to stabilize him for now. Can I roll a horse riding check to like try and calm the thing? As part of my movement, or is that an action?
That seems fine.
Nope. All right, I jump back. This horse is clearly inconsolable.
All right. Yep. The guards will slay one of these zombies. It'll take 3 of their attacks, and then they can move, allowing the others to move past or whatever's needed. 4 more can line up and attack the other zombie. 40-20. These are all hits, except for the 2. One of them's even a crit, so 2, 4, 6, 8d4 damage to this zombie will actually not kill it. 1, 2, 3, 4. They can shuffle through. And I guess that's going to be where the soldiers get to this round. Actually, this one's got a reach on his weapon. One more can reach in there. 1d20. With the +2 for back attack will be a hit, and that will be enough to bring the zombie down. Which gives the 4 others, a chance to move in. They will move in, and they don't want to get close to the big ogres. They don't want to prompt them, so they will come in this direction. 2, 3, 4. R40, 20. 2 crits, 3 crits. Actually, that's going to be 2, 4, 6 d4 plus 64 plus 44. 38 will skewer this zombie and drop down to the ground.
Nice.
And it becomes the zombie's turn. What's the duration on channel divinity?
It doesn't say. I think it's the entire combat.
Perfect. The only encounter power in all of 2E.
Yeah. Why have they done that? It makes no sense.
I'm telling you, man, a bunch of nerds in the 80s in a basement with a shit ton of cocaine. That's how it happened. That's my headcanon, at least. The zombies will come and begin to assault the guards.
So it's first edition LSD and second edition was cocaine?
I think so. You had to be crazy to come up with those initial rules. The 3 zombies over here won't scrap the guards at all. The 2 that got knocked down next to Raekwon will get up. Does a zombie standing up in front of you provoke an attack of opportunity? I kind of feel like that might. Like a normal person might be able to roll back and forth and get to their feet in a normal way that doesn't provoke one. And I think it says it takes like a move action to stand in second edition. So I think a zombie will provoke attacks of opportunity getting to their feet. So
Okay. I will take one at his head.
Go for it.
For
Nice.
a 16.
That will hit. If he's getting up from standing, that's another +4, so it's a 20 versus AC 12, not quite a crit.
Okay. For 4 points of damage.
Okay, that will bring its head to 2 hit points. So I will mark this one as wounded.
I believe standing from prone is half of your movement, right? Or something.
That's
It's a move
definitely
action?
a rule in 5e, but I don't
Yeah.
know if that's a thing in AD&D.
I think it's your move action in second edition. I think. Someone can look it up. So this one will take the wound to the head, get to his feet, try to throw his arms around you in a loving embrace.
Yeah, it's half move. It's combat
Half move.
tactics. You can
Yep.
sit, kneel, or fall prone as a no move action. Getting up from sitting or kneeling is considered half. Oh, standing from prone is a full move.
Standing from prone is a full move.
Yes, getting
That's
from
what I-
sitting or kneeling is half. Getting from prone is a full move, so the character can do nothing else that round except rise. Wow.
Nice.
So the first one rolls a 13 against you. The second one rolls a 14 against you because I found my D20. And it
Both
looks
of
like
those miss, although technically I believe by the rule Ryan just read, they don't actually.
They don't get up, so they can crawl towards him and bite him while prone, but they cannot.
Or they
stand
can get up.
Or they can get up.
you don't even get an action.
Correct.
What was where was that on the book? I believe
Combat
you
and
were just wrong.
tactics, sitting, kneeling, falling prone. I'm not
Do you have like a
sure.
page number or a chapter number or a table number?
No, I think this is.
Why don't we
chap-
let the combat continue since neither
Yeah.
of those attacks hit me?
I think
You're
it's-
right.
I
That's
think
a
it's
very good
chapter
point,
1,
Greg.
But
Yeah.
it doesn't-
Yep, doesn't matter.
Worth looking up.
They do their things. That is everyone's actions. Let's roll initiative.
What do you roll for stabilizing someone?
It's a full action, so you don't even roll initiative. You just wait until the end of the turn.
doesn't occur on your initiative. Like, there's not a chance to like beat the bleeding and.
I think it's a full round action.
That's what I remember it as.
Yeah.
So I'll just
So we'll just pull you out of
Yes.
initiative. Yeah. And as long as no one gets to him, you should be fine.
Oh, I didn't click on my token.
My God.
You have first aid.
I thought if I rolled from the character sheet, it wouldn't matter.
No, it's not that smart, unfortunately.
Faye, do you have first aid?
She's high int though.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh yeah, it's a good chance. Okay, Abaddon, you are the first to go.
All right.
The-
This zombie hasn't turned to face me, I assume. He's just too slow.
Oh, I think this guy he probably turned to face you last round because I just lost track of him, and he would have made an attack and missed. So
So, I'll see if this works. I tried to add the werewolf clause to account for my increased attacker.
21 will hit the zombie.
This is the head, by the way, sorry.
Yeah. You did it last round. It makes sense that you're doing it again. You will
Yeah.
hit the head, not crit it. Roll me some damage.
2d4. That's just 2d4. 5 damage.
Strength of stone.
Oh, yeah. No, it's only 16 strength. It's not enough to. Oh, no, that does give me a +1. 6 damage.
6 damage is exactly what you needed to kill it. The zombie
Nice.
crumples.
Nice.
Okay. The guards will take their turn. They've already killed that one.
Sorry,
so
wait. I'm going to move here to help her. the bar. Rake one.
Okay.
Go for the head! I shout as the guards rally to our side.
Give me a charisma check. See if they're going to listen to the advice of this random stranger, or if it's sort of the
stranger.
Yeah, these guards have never seen you before.
I'm not a random stranger, Neal. I am the angel of death, and they obey my commands in combat.
Against AC 12, to the second two of these die have +2 for back attack. So 3 hits against the head. That's 2, 4, 64, 8d4. That is more than 6 damage. One zombie goes down. We got 3 more against the next. 3d20.
That was 3 hits, right?
Yeah, but they're all attacking simultaneously. They're not. They're Final Fantasy 1 fighting these guards, not Final Fantasy 4.
Good reference.
Thank you. That is going to be a single crit. So 4d4 against a head will crush a head as well. And the last 2 will fight the guy on the left. Both of those are misses. And that is the guard's turn. Izuul.
We're thinning the ranks out. I will push through the fray, stepping over the bodies, and decapitate some zombies on the way. Let's see here. Flameblade, where you at? Combat. No horse, but I get +2 for back attack. 10 does not hit the head.
Correct. Car. That is anyone gets second attacks.
I get a second attack this round.
I get my turn.
Oh, I'm sorry, Raekwon. You get your turn.
I know I'm just a bard, damn it, but I deserve a turn too.
Go ahead and take your turn.
All right, I'm gonna try to continue slashing this guy's head that I hit earlier. With an 8.
Oh, no, you catch him in the shoulder, under the arm, severing chunks of zombie flesh to the ground, but to no avail. Okay. Izuul.
I get a second attack, and then Nyx gets an int check. There we go.
You will destroy another zombie. You can roll the dice if you want, but it's a lot of dice.
I guess the damage bonus is +12, or maybe +16, or something. Or the flame blade is D4 +6 versus undead, I think. So
holy shit.
Times 3. Okay, so I'm not even gonna bother.
It doesn't matter. You
decapitate
it
with my sword of flame.
Nyx, give us that int check to save Kale's life. Yeah, Kale's gonna be all right. What did you need to do to save Kale's life? What was it?
What was it?
You made an in check to patch him up. What?
Oh yeah, I think what I did was I loosened his belt, took out his belt, and then wrapped it around his thigh and like pulled it. No, not his neck. What are you talking about?
Jesus, Neal.
Honestly,
that would have been on a natural 1. That's how you commit.
Exactly. That's what you don't know. And
on a natural 1, Nyx goes to finish the job.
There was nothing I could have done. I'm sorry, guys.
Mercy.
He's dead.
Let's put him out of his misery here.
Into my pocket. No, I stopped the bleeding in his thigh because he's like bleeding heavily from his leg where the zombie bit him. I take it, so I'm like, I stopped that.
Nice. Yeah. Excellent. Love it. I believe there is
Glad you asked.
2 zombies. One of them is going to continue to try and bite Raekwon's ankles. It's on the ground. It's been bashed in the head once, and now it's coming for your feet. With a 7. But
that
you
does
have
not hit.
Tough, hairy hobbit feet, maybe, or just normal feet and get missed.
Just shoes.
Just shoes. Regular shoes. This zombie will score a natural 20 and modified 22 against this guard over here. And
Eat his
do
face.
6 and 4 is 10 damage and kill this guard, descending on him, ripping him to pieces. And I believe that's the end of that initiative. And we'll go to next round.
out. Oh, never mind. It's perfect. I rolled the exact same number.
Love it.
Land.
Nyx gets a 12. Abby, Dawn.
Is that God
B.
dead?
Oh, I'm
Over
gonna call
there.
him Abby.
He is in the negative HP and about to be eaten out by a zombie.
All right, I'm gonna leap onto the back of this zombie and bite its head,
Greg,
trying to save the
the
guard.
legitimate use of that phrase.
What? Wait, what?
It's fine.
Just keep going.
What did you do?
I
Ignore
missed
Neal
something.
and his Greg and their filthy.
Back attack, yeah. So +2 on top of this.
Yeah.
High ground, right? Because he's or maybe he's prone on the ground eating the guard.
Sure. I
Either
guess
way, you
he'd
get
be-
his head.
You get
Yeah,
his
it
head.
doesn't matter.
Yeah. Not
6
enough.
damage. 6
Ooh,
plus
6
1
because
for
of the
strength.
thing. All right. The zombie dies.
Okay, so why didn't it pick up my strength there when I rolled that? So I've changed my strength to 16 in the character
Because
sheet.
the strength modifier is not automatically applied to damage rolls. You actually have to still manually modify it in the combat tab because this character sheet is still in beta.
Okay.
Izuul.
Is there still a zombie right here?
This one
Yeah.
is on his knee. He's on his belly. He's ankle biting away.
Okay, so then there's high ground or something.
Yeah, +4 for him being prone.
It's a hit to the head. I think that's an auto kill, actually. Oh wait, maybe it's not. D4 plus 6. Yeah, that's an auto kill.
Yeah, it dies.
I skewer its head with my flame blade. Walk over to this damn horse. Can I have one last try?
Yep,
Or can I
go
just
ahead.
keep trying?
You can. I think you can one more last try, and then it's probably just
All right.
forget about it for a while.
Does it? Just barely.
Okay. You can calm the horse down now that the zombies are dead, and it's just the people, and its wounds are a little bit old, a few minutes old now. The soldiers, the ones that are already here, will arrive, or will form up in ranks, looking at the gate, the tower, and the guardians there. One of them will look to you all, glance between the bard, who's been kicking zombies in the head and slicing it off, the angel of death with the flaming sword, who is on horseback, and then there's a werewolf in their midst, who seems to be on their side, but is like a werewolf. And we're going to take a break while I decide what the guards think about the
A
werewolf.
friendly werewolf.
Abaddon the Friendly Werewolf. Children's books from 2021.
Make a nice spin-off.
Yeah. So we'll see you guys on the other side with a little bit more Legends of Arcadia Genesis.